Since a lot of us are doing end of the year reflection, I thought I'd share with you a little story. Um, I'm in a particularly reflective mood because yesterday was my birthday and I decided to do something different this year. I had a few different ideas. One was to drive to Texas and do an ayahuasca ceremony, but I got nervous that it was going to go too dark. Um, Another idea was to go to New Mexico and do a meditation retreat, but the timing didn't work out. Anyway, I just decided, okay, I'm just going to hit the road and see what happens. And I'm driving south, and I drive by the road where I know leads to the home of Charles, the guy with the airplanes from Sleeping by the Mississippi. And I have not seen him in 23 years since I took that picture. And I thought, why not? And so I drove down there and I heard loud radio in the house. So I knew he was home, banging on the door. Finally comes to the door, and there he was. It's just, I can't tell you how crazy it was. I'm now older than he was when I took that picture. Just the passage of time. And it was a powerful meeting. I mean, he told me about his wife Martha, who I'd also photographed, and she had died 7 years ago after a decade-long battle with Alzheimer's. And he was able to kind of unburden himself of what irritated him, which is that when I took his picture, I had said I wouldn't use his name and his location. I think maybe I meant his address and his last name. Anyway, I used his first name and the city he lived in, so that was not good, and I apologized. The good thing is that I told him I would send him pictures, prints, and I did. And I asked him if he still had them. So we went in the house and he was rooting around, and he never did find them, but he came across this copy of Sleeping by the Mississippi with his picture on the cover. And he told me that copy he had borrowed from local library, and when it was due, he couldn't find it, and so he ended up just paying the fine. And anyway, I asked if I could borrow the book for a little while myself because I was so moved by it. And this is the book. Look at that. We both laughed about it being kind of a metaphor for the passage of time. So, as you are encountering this very bittersweet time of year, we're thinking a lot about the passage of time. I hope that you can savor some of that bittersweetness like I did yesterday. And Happy New Year.